That was Are We Having Fun? From, I don't know the name of the band.
Oh, I don't know if we really gave a name. We'll just group two, I think.
The band had Krissy Sanfead in it. And Krissy is there. You've already heard her. But let me introduce her now. Krissy Sanfead, welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's the biggest applause.
Yeah, you can't see the audience. They're sort of behind the curtains over there, but they do get excited.
It's like playing at the castle all over again.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so what is that? Perth United, it says. Yeah,
so that was a project that my good friend Jacob Kenny and Stefan put together, I think it was 3 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe don't quote me on that. It was a little while ago now. And the whole idea was getting the whole like local rock scene working together. So what they'll do is they'd pick a random group of musicians and you'd have 12 hours to write, record and like publish a song.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, I was group two, and
so did you all go on the one day, like a big, and then they just separated you?
And we did not know who we were walking into. So
cool.
Yeah, so I was pretty happy with the group I got.
Yep.
I've been playing with Frank Lupino, who plays in Legacy Alive.
Oh,
we were
yes.
in a band together in the past, so I was pretty stoked to see him, gave him a big hug. And then we had Andy Smith on vocals, who plays in Sister Switchblade.
Yeah. Actually, I think Andy's going to be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Might be next year now. I'm running out of the weeks this year, but I've spoken to him.
I think he's over in Phuket at the moment.
Oh, he did say he was overseas. I spoke to him this morning, actually.
Did you?
Yeah,
I'm going in a few weeks, actually.
Oh, awesome.
I'll have to quiz him up about where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had him on vocals. He actually did a bit of guitar as well. And we had Johnny from Colourmind. He was in the group too. And George on bass.
Oh, awesome.
So he plays in a couple of, I think he's in the System of a Down Under tribute. And I think he was last playing in Tempest Rising. Not that they're doing much at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
I might have seen something a few weeks ago that I can't talk about. I don't know. Okay. It was very, you didn't see anything. I was like,
no. Okay. Well, now the world knows.
I know. It's nothing safe.
You were saying that that lead break that you played there was just one take.
It was.
That was it. Bang.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised with how well it came out because it's such a limited time frame to do everything. I'd played it, and I'm one of those guitarists, like, I want to have, 20 takes at a solo, and, I kind of chop it up, which take was better.
Yeah.
And Jake had kind of just ran, he's like, we're done. And I was like, what? No, like...
We can't be done.
What if I have 20 different ideas and they're better? So he's like, we can record it again if you like. So I started playing it again, and I just stopped halfway through. I was like, I think I'm doing the exact same sort of pattern.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know what, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had Dan Connell in here a couple of weeks ago, and talking to him about the 73, 74 bands that he's in, whatever it is. You might even go one better than Dan.
I wouldn't know, but yeah, we've kind of got the market share, don't we?
Yeah, between you and Dan, that's it. Just reel off a few that you're in.
So I'd say Ballbreaker is the one I'm most known for at the moment, which is an all-female AC/DC tribute. Yep. And we actually played with Dan's Pearl Jam tribute last night.
Okay.
At the OVT.
Is that way north?
Yes. Yeah, it's Neerabup.
Which
is not really near. It's not really near anything.
So there's no bup out there. Really.
Yeah, I don't know where the bup is. I haven't found it yet.
Okay. So AC/DC, Ballbreaker. What else you got?
Yeah, so I've got a gig on Friday actually with the symphonic metal band Dakira.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
That they played down at the what was it? Down at the Port Brewery. Recently. Yeah, they were part Sunday
of
session.
the Perth Rocks. Yeah.
Oh, Perth Rocks was it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Perth Rocks.
Yeah, so we played there and got another 2 gigs with them. I will actually be leaving that band at the end of the year.
Okay.
Just because...
Do they know? Or is this
yes, they know. No, it's all on good terms.
Just breaking the news to them.
I just don't have the time
to
give it what it deserves, really. Yeah, and there's things that they want to do that I think I would hold them back as well, like when it comes to like touring Europe and things, because I've got studying and a lot of things to balance.
Talk about that as well.
So that's another band. I'm in Undeniable, which is a newer project. So we're starting recording, I think, next weekend. Jake's going to get in and do some drums, and really excited with that music.
Yeah, because there's 3 guitars in that band.
Yeah, there is, yes. Yeah. And we've got Mick Vinnie on vocals as well, and the stuff that he's writing is just it's just so up my alley. I love it. Awesome. Like it's literally a band where I just like, think I might be my own favourite band now.
Right,
that's how much I'm excited.
You've only done one gig too at this stage, have you?
Yeah, so we did that gig, and that was for Stormrider.
Yeah, I was going to go, but unfortunately I couldn't that night.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, but I'll definitely get to because I've seen Trent Mitchell.
Yeah.
I've seen him interviewed on the Big Things Coming podcast. I was actually there that day when they were filming that, and he was playing that I don't know, Metallica sort of melody riff that he was playing. Did you ever see that? Did you see the?
I did watch it.
You did watch it?
I think that's what he was playing. I know it was like his...
And it was like captivating, and just in the room at that time, I thought, wow, this is special. So
yeah,
I've definitely got to see these guys.
He definitely loves a guitar in his hand.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, so we're not recording the songs that we played at that gig at the moment. We're doing ones that are newer songs.
Okay.
But yeah,
so you are recording at the moment?
We're just about to start, yes.
Right.
So so that's why we're having a break from gigging with that band at the moment, and we will. I think we're aiming for maybe March to release a single.
Okay.
So we're not going to gig until then. We're just going to get as tight as possible, get a really good show together, and release it, and try and put on a good gig.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And there's others.
There is. We can keep going. I play bass in a Dio tribute.
Okay.
So that's got Sal on vocals. So Sal from like Hair Metal Heaven. He plays in the Guns N' Roses tribute as well. He sings for Hell's Bells.
Okay.
He's in a lot of bands as well.
Yeah, right.
We've got Nikki D'Agostino, my good friend, on keys.
Okay.
And then we've got Harry, who's in Band of Misfits, and Power Slave as well.
Yeah.
So almost in bands with all the Power Slave in a way.
Right.
It's just James is the only one missing.
And is there one other? Is it Syzygy?
Yeah, so Syzygy's not doing a whole bunch at the moment. So that's an instrumental band.
Yeah.
Like, kind of more melodic, a little bit more proggy, like a lot of different time signatures and stuff going. So that's with Damo Petrelli on drums. Yeah, it's sort of his baby.
Awesome.
So we'll just get together when he wants to do something with it. I guess he's the captain of the ship.
Yeah. Fair enough. I've got a few text messages coming through, Krissy. Boy, that's a long one. Emma, how am I going to read all that? Afternoon Brad Band, I was going to request a song for my boyfriend, Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. I don't know if we'll have that here, but I'll tell you what. Oh no, hang on, she's changed her mind. Let's make this one instead, please. Number one, Crush by Garbage. I'll see if we've got it, Emma. If we have it, I'll play it for you later in the show. Thanks for texting in. Glenn from Kwinana. Hey, Radman, love the show, man. Song request, if you have it there, please. AC/DC, Let There Be Rock. Or something Akadaka with Bon Scott. Well, Glenn, you'll be very happy to know that, actually, I'll tell you, Krissy, we have a retro album every week. I'll play 3 songs off. And this week, with you being here as well, I thought I'd play AC/DC.
Yeah.
Back in Black.
Yeah.
You know, the greatest of all time.
It's a solid
who
album.
you ask. Yeah. Easy to get 3 good songs off that one. So there'll be 3 Akadaka. I haven't got any Bon Scott on that one, unfortunately, Glenn. I'll see how we go for time, see if I can get any more in. G'day to Krissy, hope all is well. It's from Glenn from Kwinana.
Thanks, Glenn.
We've got Marcus here. Hey, Redman, can I request Candlebox Far Behind? Ooh, I don't know that one.
I can't say.
No, okay. I'll see what I can do for you, Marcus. Yeah, see if we've got it on the system here, because I don't have it in my little collection, unfortunately. But if not this week, I'll get them for you next week. It is, what is the time? It's just gone 4:34. If you do want to text, 0485 838 436 or studio@hfm.radio on the email. Now, as I do with my guests, I asked for 3 songs from you, Krissy.
Yeah.
And the first one I'm going to play, it's by Meatloaf.
Yeah.
And it's not off Better the Hell.
No, it's off Bad Out of Hell too.
Yeah, Better the Hell too.
It's the sequel.
Life is a Lemon, and I Want My Money Back. Tell us about it.
Okay, so when you asked me for songs I could talk about, I actually gave it a lot of thought.
Okay.
And the reason I've picked Meatloaf is because he was actually the first concert I ever got to see.
Right.
And that was for the Bad Out of Hell 2 tour.
Okay.
So I thought that was at least a pretty cool first concert.
So this is early or mid-90s?
It would have been mid-90s.
Mid-90s, yeah.
Yeah, and I just remember it being like pretty spectacular, like really, really full on with the theatrics. You know, there's like motorbikes on stage, and, like, you know, big inflatable vat. And like as a kid, I was just like, whoa, like this is crazy.
Was this Entertainment Centre?
Yeah. That was, I think, the only gig I actually did go at the old Floor Entertainment Centre. Yeah, I remember there was a guy walking around with ice creams. I think I was lucky enough to get one. Like, thanks, Mum and Dad. Yeah, so it was just like that sort of impressionable, and I think it's a pretty good song. A lot of people kind of knock Meatloaf as well. You know, I mean, I like a bit of cheese.
He did decline a little bit, and
he's been a bit up and down.
I did see him in 2004 myself.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't very good.
No, I was at that one.
Oh, you were there too at the Wacker?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a free ticket at least.
Oh, did you?
I was just singing along to the songs. I was just having a good time.
Yeah, well, I wish he was.
I was having a better time than him.
I love Better the Hell. I grew up on that first album, and I think I bought it 5 times.
Really?
I think I bought the record when I was little, you know, and then I bought the CD at least 3 or 4 times. I kept breaking them, losing them.
Yeah.
I remember once I was riding my scooter when I was 16. It flew out of the basket.
Oh no!
I was taking it to my friend's house.
You're going like a bat out of hell.
Bat out of hell, 60 k's an hour, and flew out in the car behind me, run over it. So
oh no!
So I had to go buy another one. That's why there's 40 million sales. I think half of those are wrong.
Just lost that one.
This album here, compare it to Better the Hell, it's unsuccessful. Only sold a third as many.
Really?
But that's still 14 million copies. I think you'd be happy selling 14 million copies.
I'd be happy selling 14.
$1 a piece on 14 million.
It was like, I got it, Mum.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you had anything else to say?
I was just like, I really like the artwork accompanying the album as well by Michael Whelan. He's a brilliant artist as well.
Did he do Better the Hell as well?
I'm not sure if he did the original one. He definitely did Bat Out of Hell too, and there's quite a lot of artworks through the booklet as well. So I remember like reading that as a kid, and I'd be like, just really, really loved his art style. It's on the cusp of almost surrealism, sort of like he does a lot of artwork for fantasy novels. Okay. Yeah, so cool. From a visual arts perspective, he's actually a really big influence of mine as well. Well,
we'll talk about, you're obviously into your art as well, because I did watch an interview with you and you're talking about your painting and your guitar. So we'll talk about that, but let's play a bit of Meatloaf. Life is a Lemon. I want my money back. That's some Cake there with Frank Sinatra from their Fashion Nugget album 1996, and off the top there, Meatloaf, Life is a Lemon.
There's a lot of food in that.
Yeah, wasn't there? Meatloaf and cake. I didn't even think of that.
I'm just going chicken nuggets there.
There we go. Hey, I was looking for those requests. The one from Emma, she wanted Crush by Garbage. We got quite a bit of Garbage on the system here, but not Crush, or number one Crush, that I could find on the system. So that'll be a next week for you, Emma. I even did look for Skater Boy, Avril Lavigne. And again, we have quite a bit of Avril Lavigne, just not Skater Boy, which surprises me. So next week I'll play number one Crush. And also, the other one was for Marcus, and that was, what was that one? The band was called Candlebox. And the song was called Far Behind. I haven't heard of Candlebox, and nor has the computer here. So another one for next week, Marcus. You'll have to hang around, and I'll definitely play that for you next week. Any other requests? 0485 838 436 or studio@hfm.radio. Hey, Krissy, you were telling me you had a bit of an exciting afternoon. Nearly didn't make it here.
Yeah, I don't know if exciting, but not in a good way. No. I just caught the dogs playing with the dugite, so had to rush them to the vet just in case. So still waiting for 100% confirmation, but they're looking okay. Like, they've taken bloods and that was negative. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so where's the worry? trying to calm down still a little bit. But
no, that's understandable. It is a worry this time of the year, isn't it? The snakes are out, especially you live out a little bit, and so do I. Yeah. And you definitely see them.
Yes, yeah. It's been a while since we've seen one. We normally get a lot of baby dugites, so it's kind of unusual if we get like a actual big danger noodle. Yes. But it's like I was really hoping it was going to be a bobtail, but I was like, oh no, that's there's a big black one.
And we spoke about all the bands that you're in, which is an impressive resume there. You're also studying?
Yes, yeah.
Is it full-time, part-time? How are you doing this?
I've just finished a full-time semester, and it's a little bit all over the place. I'll do 2 units next semester at the beginning of the year, and then I'm 4 units in the next one again. So, yeah, that's for occupational therapy.
Wow. And then you got 1 more year, basically 6 more units to go, have you? Or?
Yeah, I've got 6 more units, and then I've got, because everyone through Curtin goes into the honours program, so that means I will do a research project and do a lot of prac work, so working with organisations as an occupational therapy student to get that hands-on knowledge and how it all actually works rather than just, the theory side of things.
So, do you work as well now?
Yes.
So
I've got 2 jobs.
Really?
Yeah, I've had a very intense 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, it's been a bit exhausting.
Yeah,
and I'm still sort of trying to catch up on a lot of banked sleep deprivation.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
wow.
yeah, I'm been done with exams, so I had my exams last week, so I don't even know what day of the week it is. It was just like 3 months are just gone. I thought it was playing Perth Rocks last weekend,
It's a Sunday sesh here. It gives it away. There's a clue there. The next song that you chose was what is it? Iron Maiden.
Yeah, that's actually a nice segue because it's kind of why I chose it as well. So when you originally said, think of songs in the 90s, I'm a huge Judas Priest fan.
Okay.
And I also really like Iron Maiden. And obviously Painkiller came out in 1990. And I was like, I really do like Fear of the Dark as well. I was like, don't make me choose. I don't want to be one of those people like Judas Priest or Iron Maiden. I'm like, I love them both.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking back to what other songs do they have? And then I thought of Wasted Years, which is in the 80s.
Yeah. 86, is that right?
Yeah,
That's what I've got.
Yeah. And I thought, I actually really like that song. And because when you'd messaged me, I was just coming into the load of exams, and I was feeling very, very exhausted, I guess you could say. And I actually really like that song as a grounding song, lyrically, because I don't listen to a lot of lyrics. I'm a guitarist. I'm all about lyrics. But that one, I was like, So I like the sentiment in those lyrics for 2 reasons. One is, how you can get, kind of just that core. I mean, in Bruce Dickinson's case, he's busy on the road, where I'm just, busy with productivity in general. Yeah, it's not quite as cool. But
not quite as rock star, is it?
Yeah, and then I like that whole, I'm studying now. I could have studied 10 years ago, but, doesn't mean it's, wasted years. Yeah. And I get that a lot from people in the audience, where it's I wish I had learnt guitar and stuff. And I always encourage them, just pick it up now. Yeah. Because you can be saying that for 10 years, and in 10 years' time, you could have been playing for 10 years. Just pick it up and just do it. You're not going to go back in time, and but you're not going to be me no matter what. So be you. Yeah. And I just. I just like that encouragement as well. So if there's anything you want to do, just, I don't want to get too philosophical here, but it was is it one day or day one, Yeah,
nice. I like that, Krissy. This one is called Wasted Years, which is very aptly named for what we were discussing. And it is Iron Maiden. Let's take a listen. Iron Maiden with Wasted Years. That was Krissy's second pick. Classic song too.
It's a cracker.
Cranky, isn't it? Yeah. Just had an update about your dogs. I heard that they're going okay.
They're okay. They're just being monitored. Yeah. Another 6 hours.
That's awesome. Hey, we touched on a bit of artwork. When you've got some spare time.
Which is, not a lot.
So what do you like to dabble in? Painting or?
I used to very much sort of be into painting. I do probably a little bit more colour pencil work these days, just because it's less messy. And I can, it's just more relaxing and kind of just go at your own pace and just add layers and stuff, and there's no cleaning up or anything. You just got to sharpen them and put them back, really. So I don't get anywhere near enough time to do that, but I don't know if people have seen. I think I've put some things up on my Instagram and Facebook, just doing the anatomy drawings and stuff for uni. So that's where I can combine things sometimes.
Art and science come together.
And I found that's been a really good way to remember things as well, because you got that conscious applied, you're just aware of it, I guess. And you're like, that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to label it. And
and you paint a few guitars. I know you've painted a few of your own, I've seen.
Yes. I did one for the Rock Aria fundraiser last year. Yeah, and that That went for way more than I thought
Did
it would.
Really?
Yeah.
That was their 10-year...
Yeah, we had a big gig for that. And
yes. Yeah, Frank was talking about that last week.
Yeah, that was a great show.
We said you starred because a few of your band members had COVID or something.
Yeah, they did. That was very awkward. And I'm like, I've never cancelled a show. I still want to go on. So Dan from Amdown was really nice and actually messaged me. He's like, I think he'd actually spoke to Ryan. I think I got it like kind of third person.
Right.
And he's like, Dan will do something with you. And I'm like, what are we doing? And I've like kind of got all these plans. I was like, we could sort of just have a jam. I'm trying to work out some chord progressions. And then when we're on stage, like Dan's just yelling out songs. And like I didn't actually know some of them.
Oh, really?
There was a Still With Chair song that he played. And I was like, I did not know that one at all. And so I was just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to shred. And I was like, that was a really interesting version. It's like heavy metal.
Never heard something like that. Yeah.
Apparently it was quite a common song. I was like, I need to listen to some more songs.
Apparently. Yeah. A couple of texts coming through again. What's this? Hugo. I wonder if that's the famous Hugo from the Saturday's Metal Meltdown.
Yeah, Hugo's Metal Meltdown.
So. What's he saying here? Great music, Redman and Krissy. My grandson Finn is rocking out.
Go Finn. Love it.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, it's Hugo. Well, I knew that, Hugo, because it says it there as well. All good. And we got Emma back again. I'm so very happy you did not have Skater Boy. That was more an inside joke. In keeping with the same artist, Garbage. How about I'm only happy when it rains, or Push It, or Milk, or Stupid Girl? We must have one of them.
There's a lot of choices.
Okay, well, we'll see how you go there, Emma. I'll do my very best for you. Now, every week, Krissy, we have a segment where we play 3 songs from a classic album, and it's called
Batman's Retro Classic.
Very expensive, sweet. Very expensive.
Only the biggest of budgets. Nothing else will do.
No, that's it. Hang the expense. And this week, it's a little album called Back in Black. I
think I've heard of it.
Have you heard of it?
I think so.
A little band, well, not a Perth band. There's Australian band, at least.
Yeah, they are from Australia, aren't they?
They are, yeah. AC/DC.
Yeah, let's make sure that we know that. Yeah. Their house.
Yeah. What do you think of this album?
I think it's a great album. I mean... because we play so much Bon Scott, like my heart's very much with the Bon Scott stuff. Yeah. But what an album to come back out with! Like that must have been so difficult as a band to go through that, and they came up with like just a really solidly brilliant album.
Yeah,
like
all of it.
Yeah, it's one of the top albums of all time for sure.
It is. It's in the top 10 sales of all time.
There you go. See,
yep, it is. And like I'm more of a Brian Johnson man, because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, okay,
and I hear Bon Scott. I think no, that's not AC/DC.
Yeah,
to me. But everyone's different. Now, I know Glenn Glenn from Kwinana is a Bon Scott man. He wanted Bon Scott, but you would thought most of these songs would have already been sort of prepared, or that there would have been something in the works already. So Brian Johnson's come in, and Lucky. Although I can't imagine him not doing those songs.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it with Bon's voice,
Yeah, I think someone actually, I'm not sure if it was AI or not, but I have heard Bon singing some of the songs off that album, so I'm not sure if they've sort of done that retrospectively, because I do think that some songs had been written with him, and maybe somewhere in some locked files in some dungeons maybe there are recordings of it, but what I heard, I was like, it was different. It was a few years ago since I've heard it, but I was like, yeah, okay, it works, but it's definitely different.
And like the song "You Shook Me All Night Long," which is one of the greatest songs ever. If I had to put in my top 5, it would be there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it would be number 1 or be thereabouts. I just think it's a fantastic Australian anthem song. I can't imagine that without Brian Johnson's words as well, because he's a car man, and the song's about, she was a fast machine, she kept the motor clean, which would have been completely different. I guess you never know what it would have sounded like if Brian wasn't there. I
think with the Bond stuff, there's a lot more variety in kind of the style, because sometimes, even with what we're playing, like Can I Sit Next to You Girls, so different from so many other songs. It's the same with like Touch Too Much. It's like, it doesn't have that almost like AC/DC sound to it. And so it's just like when I think over the time they've kind of got into more like they've really solidified their sound.
Yeah.
So who knows where it would have gone and what Bon would have done.
Exactly. Sliding doors moments. I mean, it's tragic what happened.
Oh, so tragic.
You just can't imagine anyone would be as good as Bon Scott except Brian Johnson. Like, how lucky were they to have like two great front men back to back like that?
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
To recover from losing your lead singer is
and come back bigger.
I know. Yeah.
It's amazing. Let's take a listen. The first one, Back in Black. AC/DC with You Shook Me All Night Long. And before that, we had AC/DC, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. I had like a weird moment there when I was thinking, is this on Back in Black?
I did too.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what made me think that.
It's just such a good album. It's almost like, can that be on there too? I'm like, of course it is.
So we had to Google it, and yes, it was on Back in Black, so I was safe there. And top of that one was Back in Black, from Back in Black.
That was definitely on there.
1980, that was one was definitely on there. Actually got quite a few texts coming through. God, where did I go? Hang on. Where are we? I've missed a few, I've noticed, as we were coming through. Linz, this one for Krissy. A bit of advice from an old hack guitar player. Don't do too many takes on solos. Your brain will turn to porridge and hard to decide on the one which you like the best.
Yeah, I agree with that. I normally do plenty of takes and just listen to the last one.
Yeah. It does get confusing, doesn't it?
That's just fun, too.
Yeah. I have a request, Dead Daisies. I'll see what I can do, Linz. I've got a bit going on here at the moment, but I'll do my best for you, man. Marcus has changed his request from, what was that band that he wanted before? Can't remember now. Candlebox.
Yeah, I was going to say something with a candle, yeah.
Now he wants some Faith No More with Epic, which I do have. So we'll definitely give that one a play as well. This one's from Glenn. Hi again, Redman. Back in Black was my first Akadaka album and introduction to AC/DC when I was 13. Because of their hit, You Shook Me All Night Long. Oh, because of that hit. Sorry, Redman. Bon Scott has been my hero ever since knowing everything.
Yeah, go Bon.
We'll fight over it, Glenn. Thanks for the text, man. And Hugo, thanks for the shout out. He's only 2.5, but he started yelling out heavy metal and rock and roll, loving AC/DC. That's Hugo. He's talking about his little...
I already love him. He's great.
Finn.
He's got a promising future.
Yeah, he does. Hey, a band around town at the moment, I've seen them live, and I really enjoy them, are called Alan May. You're looking at me a little bit blankly at the moment. That's okay.
Never heard them, sorry.
Yeah, no, that they really fit into the groove of this show. And they dropped a song during the week called Bombs Away. And I think, all going well, I have the bass player from Alan May on the line now. That is Matt. Matt, can you hear me?
I can, mate. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you loud and clear, son. This is good for us because we don't know what we're doing in here. So actually getting a phone call to air is... yeah, no worries, mate. Hey, tell us about Alan May. Who's in the band? When did you form? You know, what's going on?
So the band originally formed by myself and our vocalist, also called Matt, just through a Facebook group. So we just wrote a bunch of songs as a two-piece and then put 2 tracks out last year. Then we got a group together. So currently the lineup consists of Matt, myself, our drummer Peter, our 2 guitarists Mike and Tim.
Yeah, awesome, man. I've seen you guys. You played at the Belgravia EP launch about a month or so back.
Yeah, that was a sick night.
Yeah, that was awesome, man, and really impressed with you guys. It is a bit of a throwback. I'm a 90s sort of guy into that sort of era. And I get a lot of that from your music. Is that an inspiration for you, that decade?
Yeah, we're definitely inspired by bands like the Ataris, who obviously they were big in the early 2000s and even late 90s, so that's probably why it sounds a bit like that, but we're not really set on any particular era of music. We just sort of write music that we think's cool.
That you like, yeah.
Hopefully others think it's cool.
That's it, man. You don't want to get stuck sort of into a little box either, do you? You know, you just want to, if you think it's good, you want to do it. Tell us about this song, Bombs Away.
So it was originally demoed out by Matt with, fully written, and then we, as a band, stripped it back and built it up to what it is. And yeah, lyrically, it's really just about overcoming the stuff that's thrown in your way in life and how you can get through it and keep on trucking, as they say.
Yeah, cool, man. It's to me, it had there's a band that I used to listen to back in the 90s called Gin Blossoms, and it sort of has
cool,
it sort of has that bit of feel to it. It sort of takes you on a bit of a journey with the different parts.
That's exactly what we sort of went for, just building it up and breaking it down and building it up, and then ending with a big crescendo. That was the plan.
Awesome, man. It's a cranking song. It's called Bombs Away. The band is called LMA. Thanks for joining us, mate.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
We'll have a bit of a listen now. Little language warning here. There's one little swear word in it towards the end. No worries, Matt. Thanks, buddy.
See you, mate. Bye.
Cheers, brother. Catch you, bye.
Catch you.
Faith No More with Epic from 1989. That one was for Marcus. I've played Epic because we didn't have that other band. I still can't remember.
Candlebox.
Candlebox, was it? That's the one. So that's for you, Marcus. Hope you enjoyed that, bud. Before that, we had Stupid Girl by Garbage. That one was for Emma. And off the top there, we had LMA, local WA band, with their brand new song just dropped this week called Bombs Away. And that was Matt, the bass player we spoke to beforehand. Get out and check them out. They're a really good band. If you sort of like the vibe of this show, you'll like LMA. Really good, melodic, and really talented musicians, really tight as well, and when they played live. Hey, Krissy, a little birdie told me that you are bestest buddies with Alice Cooper.
Oh, Uncle Alice.
Uncle Alice. Tell us about this, how you know him?
I was pretty lucky. I can't remember what year it was now. 2009, I think. I actually got to go on stage with him, which was pretty cool. When most people think when I say that I played guitar, but I was literally just throwing out balloons.
Right.
Which is still very cool.
That's still cool, yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, when you're throwing out those balloons. I was like, because I had my brother in the audience and I just wanted to throw it right at him. But there's a lot of air going around and it's like, no, don't go that way. And then, got to have a good chat with him afterwards. Yep. And he actually asked me for music and stuff, which I was really surprised about. And I was not that, I was never one of those people, especially when I was younger, to be like, please listen to my stuff. I was a little bit too humble, I think. And I was like, I regret now not having something on me, because he was actually looking for guitarist at the time.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, that could have at least been, you don't get opportunities very often. So that was a bit, okay.
Someone of his ilk to ask you for a demo tape or something.
I was like, oh, okay. I thought you would not be interested.
Or you'd know 10,000 guitarists. Right.
And then a couple of years ago, he was doing a competition through Ultimate Guitar to do a cover of his song, where he actually chose the winner. So I did an acoustic cover of the song Stephen off the album Welcome to My Nightmare. So that's awesome. A pretty hard song, and he actually picked me as the winner.
Did he know who you were?
I don't know.
Was this after? That was after.
This is years later. This is, I think, 3 years ago now, and that was one of those unbelievable moments because I have so much respect for Alice Cooper as an artist. I've always been blown away every time I've seen him live. The stage show he puts on, and he's such a charismatic guy. And his radio show, and he's just one of those. He's got the gift of the gab.
Is that still going?
The show itself, Nights with Alice Cooper, got cancelled I think maybe a year ago, but he started his own sort of thing back up because he loves it, which is wild. I was like, how can he do everything he does and he'll be on tour and still host a 3 hour I think they sort of stretched out to 5 radio show every single night. I was like, wow, that guy's dedicated.
Amazing.
He just loves music. You can just tell.
Would he be pushing mid-70s at least, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think he's
getting up towards 80,
75.
Oh, he's 75, is he?
I think he might be 75.
Okay. Wow.
Might be. So I was like one of those moments where I was just shocked because I was having a bit of activity, I guess you could say, through emails and that, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is odd. And I remember looking at the list of winners, and when I first read it, I didn't even see my name.
Right.
And for some reason, I just like read it again, and I was like, oh wow, my name is there.
And
yeah.
did he pick it personally?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the. Yeah. So it was a huge. Big deal for me because we've got an idol that's just like
even just to have a little bit of contact with someone of that that standing.
And I got a T-shirt as well.
Oh, there you go.
That was my special prize, but he shared my video on his social media and everything as well.
So
like
cool.
it was just one of those. It's like it means a lot as a fan to be
for sure
selected. I'm like, he watched my video finally.
Absolutely.
12 years later.
Hey, the third of your songs today is Cliffs of Dover.
Yes.
By Eric Johnson, instrumental.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Why this one?
This is by far the hardest song I've ever learnt. Like nothing is comparable to it.
Really?
With all the songs I've learnt, all the metal, like it might not even sound that complicated, but all the phrasing and the way it's played, like Eric Johnson's just got a phenomenal style, like really, really unique, and 12/8 with the swing beat. It's just like, it's so catchy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, this is like the happiest song in the world, and I just love it. And it's good fun to play because it's so hard.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just, it's very, very challenging. And I found it very rewarding, and it did so much for my playing, actually learning it.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Well, let's take a listen. Eric Johnson. This song is called Cliffs of Dover. That was Queen. Of course it was. We Will Rock You. 1977. Before that, we had the Dead Daisies. That one was for Lynn's out there in Vic Park. I played Fortunate Son. I didn't realise it was a cover. I just started listening to it. Oh, that's Creedence. Anyway, that was for you, Lynn's. Yeah, it's a classic song, the Dead Daisies version of it. And off the top there, we had Eric Johnson with The Cliffs of Dover. And you got a couple of gigs coming up.
Yeah, got quite a few coming up to the end of the year.
Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, so we've got one coming up in December, which I'm particularly keen for. So this will be Ballbreaker's first contribution to original music. So we're teaming up with a band called the Caballeros.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, they're that sort of old bluesy garage punk sort of style.
Yep.
And we're writing a Christmas song together.
Awesome.
And we're going to do a gig on the 21st of December.
Okay.
And I'm trying to rework the AC/DC songs to change them so they're about Christmas now as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So I've got Touch Too Much, which is about Santa eating too many cookies and getting a bit of a tummy ache. And TNT, we got Christmas tree. Yeah.
That sounds cool. What date?
21st of December.
21st of December.
Yeah, so that's Venue 11 in Malaga.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
I went to the Caballeros with there a couple of months back. I went and watched
you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
We were both there.
Oh, you were there.
I was there.
Colour Mine were there.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
that
unveiled their new single.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
that's the one.
the old Raging Bear launch.
That's the one. Hey, when Joe Sat starts playing the maracas, it's time for us to go.
Okay.
I've got to say goodbye. Thanks for coming in, Krissy.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Had a blast. Hope your little puppies are okay.
Sorry, I've been a bit stressed.
All going well. No, that's all totally understandable. Hey, we got Keith coming up with Kaleidoscope. He is busting to get in this chair, so I have to say goodbye. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a great afternoon on the Sunday sesh. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends, and I'll see you all again on the next week.
I'll be tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks, Krissy.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.